people, my wonderful breakfast show team. So welcome to today's breakfast show. I'm so much excited that you've joined me this early morning. I'm really excited that you actually do take your time to tune in every single day of the week, from Monday to Friday, from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. for the breakfast show. And as you can see today, I'm not alone. I am joined by my amazing co-host, and I am Masike Munto.
And I am Joan Nyambura.
Good morning, Joan.
Good morning.
How is your morning like?
Awesome. Bright day. The sun came out today.
What did outstand your morning today?
The only thing, it's a kind of downsize because there was a lot of traffic today. There's I usually use the Eastern bypass, and they are currently making the sidelines and all that. So there was a lot of traffic.
So kumeshikana.
Nilitumia almost 40 minutes. Place natumianga 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Wow. So I'm sure some of you actually, some places have traffic, some places are moving, and the thing that did outstand today for me this morning, it's been almost 3 weeks. Have not used the Mombasa Expressway. I've not been past. I don't know. I live around. I live around in Kitengela, in County 034. This is where we are located here in AFarmers. So I've not been using I've not gone to town for like 3 weeks. I've been busy around here at work.
It's been hectic.
Yeah, it's been really hectic. So yesterday, when I got from work, I told you I was going to town, and I used the Mombasa Road Expressway, and I've never been fascinated by I've never seen such a beautiful. Trust me, that road looks like really beautiful. It's not how I left it like 3 weeks ago, and I was like, wait, I felt like telling this driver, Ebu simamisha kwanza gari, I need to start you need to stop, and I need to get out of this bus. And I like look up close, is if whatever I'm seeing is exactly what I'm seeing, or I'm dreaming, I'm an imagine when you're but trust me, it's really beautiful.
And maybe take a selfie.
Yes, that's what we actually do. I take a selfie. Yes,
but that is my everyday. I pass there every day. That is my everyday view.
I trust me, it looks like really pretty, and everything. I love it.
And
personally,
I love it.
Yeah,
the growth is amazing.
The growth is amazing. It looks really pretty. Just if the management of the road is good, then trust me, it's going to be the prettiest road, I think, even in Africa, because it looks like excellent.
Did you see the carpets? They actually have carpets.
I was like, wait, carpets. What? Wait, what?
Yeah, this is Kenya.
Hey, I don't think I'm leaving this country anytime soon. So thank you for joining us to the breakfast show here at AFarmers, where we connect, learn, and grow together as we tell the story of an African farmer a story a day. And every single day, don't forget, is a learning day here at AFarmers. You can join us. If you have any comments, if you have any question, actually, you can join us via our social media platforms. We are at AFarmers Media on that's on Facebook. I'm sorry about that. We are AFarmers Media on Facebook. We are also AFarmers Media on YouTube. And please, my Facebook is outnumbering any other social media. So if you're on Facebook, you can go to YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit that notification bell, because the Facebook community, like the Facebook group for farmers, there are huge numbers. So I think we need to actually support the other social media platforms. You can go to Instagram, follow us. We are at AFarmers with a Z. Same to Twitter. If you have any questions, any comments, any feedback that you think, or if there's something that you think that you're not loving it, you can actually tell us. By the way, I don't like the way you maybe you smile, because you know me, I love smiling. So if you don't like the way I smile, I can reduce it. So because at the end of the day, you matter most to us as our viewers. So you can also call us on 0700293031. That is 0700293031. And you can see the energy in here today. It's amazing. I am glad that you've joined us, and I'm sure you are tumewambukiza this type of energy, because trust me, the morning today was a little bit cold. Actually, the rains were here na zimedisappear tena. I was wondering. There's a time, like in 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, it had started raining, and farmers had started planting and everything. But
lakini saa ile vumbi na kuchapa.
it's like January again. It's like January image repeat. But we praying. We just praying that the rains will be back, because we need to plant. Because if we don't plant, then our food security as a nation is at risk. Because the other day here, I was saying about farmers being the most important group in Kenya.
Not even in Kenya, countrywide, everywhere.
Globally.
Yes.
But now in Kenya, globally, farmers are the most important group. Because I have a question. You come to work.
Yes.
You get paid.
Yes.
Why do you come to work?
To get paid.
And then, yes, you get paid, and then, which is the most important thing that you have to set money aside apart from rent.
Food.
Which is the most important? Food is the most
and
important
it's 3
thing.
times a day.
It's 3 times a
for
day.
normal. But right now, funny thing is that not many people can afford 3 meals a day. Yes. Which is a very big risk.
Yeah, because I was in the market the other day, and trust me, I've never ever been surprised in my life like I was surprised yesterday. I had to call my mom and be, Mom, I think I need to go back to being a baby. I just come back home and you feed me, because I can't do this anymore. Because I was like, wait, what? Yes. I'm like, Amma, this person is trying to con me. I'm like, are you sure these are the prices of these tomatoes that you're selling? Because this is not the normal prices I normally buy.
Yes, that is true.
Even potatoes, I was like, wait, what? You guys are scaring me, like this economy. But thank God, the Russia and Ukraine war is at least imeanza kulesen kidogo. It's coming to an end, and I think things are going to become better.
Yes, we are hoping.
The other day, the government actually released some funds for fuels, for the petrol stations to have fuel. That's good news for us farmers, because farmers were actually complaining that you think that I personally, let me say, when I was young as a farmer, now at least now I have the knowledge. When I was young as a farmer, I used to think that farmer mkulima ni jembe tu, wewe chukua jembe uende kwa shamba ulime. As why are you using even equipment?
Mkulima ni shamba na
jembe. That's what like used to cross my mind when you talk about a farmer. Najua tu ni jembe, shamba. That's all.
Full stop.
They didn't know fertilizer at the economy of this country can actually affect farmers.
Yes.
And trust me, people out here, like the past a month, 2 months, it has been hectic for farmers.
Yes.
You can imagine fertilizer prices, now fuel prices. But at least now they can at least somehow breathe. Vitu pressure imelesen kiasi
kidogo
because mafuta imeanza kurudi. The government released some funds for the petrol stations to refill, like to have the stock for the oil in the petrol station, various petrol, because imeanza, some were actually closing down.
But do you know, the thing is, I read on the news, the actual issue that led to the fuel prices going up and shortage of fuel was the comment of in case the government does not pay that certain amount that they usually pay, the fuel might get short or might get cut. So everyone was like, najua tu sisi wa Kenya, ukijua kitu inaisha
by the way, if you know something,
unaenda na kibuyu.
I was actually I didn't know how much like a motorbike can consume, because you find a motorbike with a 20 liters can of and wants to buy 20 liters can, and you're like you use like 2 per day. Na
kitambo hata si tu ulikuwa na mtu anaenda anasema niekea 100.
And that's okay. Now they're going with 20 liters.
Yes, and that is almost right now for 134 and some cents. Yes. Now imagine, calculate 20 liters with 134.
You can imagine.
Yes, and this person consumes like a tenth of that.
That's actually that's our nature.
Yeah, that is our culture.
If I hear something is inadidimia, then I definitely have to stock. What if isha ya ukweli?
Hata mafuta ya kupika. Yeah. Same case happened.
People like buy it in bulk.
Yes.
Initially you used to buy maybe 5 liters a month, but now unasikia mpano kwa like, God, I have to close my eyes and buy the 20 liters can na nimalizane na hiyo story.
Na maneno.
Exactly.
Watu wengine huku nje wakitafuta, you are ready, you are set.
But thank God the fertilizer prices have gone down.
Yes.
And we are actually urging farmers to register. to register as farmers.
Yes.
With the government, you register that you are a known farmer. The government knows that Mercy Kemunto is a farmer.
Yes.
Has a certain size of a farm, and it's planting specific type of crops or rearing specific animals. It's beneficial because when the CS Peter Munya announced that fertilizer prices have gone down,
yes,
he actually said that this fertilizer will be provided to only the registered farmers.
Yeah, I saw that.
So me as a registered farmers, I can take advantage of that.
You
You're
can.
not registered. I can buy my 20 bags. I can sell you 10, but not
at a higher
double the
price.
price.
Yes.
Double the price, because this is your fault. So if you can't register as a farmer, please do so. At the end of the day, don't look at the negative part of it. At the end of the day, it's beneficial. You are the one that as a farmer benefits from it all. Yes.
And it's not a long process.
It's not a long process actually. It's very easy to register. Same way the the motorbike sector have been advised to register.
Yes.
You can as well do so, because I'm sure we are being listened by a variety of listeners. We have farmers, we have doctors, we have everyone. So if you're a motorbike guy, you can still register. On to our today's topic. Today I want us to talk about a very major thing that you should do before or in your farming journey. That something that is very important that you should, even if you did the first day you started farming, is something that you should continue doing. Ni kama the same unakuanga driving license, then after some years in expire, you have to renew it. Same to this topic that I want us to discuss today. So today I want us to talk about a business plan. John, when I say a business plan, nini na cross mind yako? Like what specifically crosses your mind?
Okay, I can be a little bit biased because I've done agribusiness management.
Yes. So
I know it's not basically just planning. A business plan has to be written. Like you have to note down everything. Si nikuje nikwambie, hey Mercy, I want to do this and this and this and this.
But then nitaanza kupanda nyanya.
But yes, that is what you're planning. But do you have a business plan for that? Have you checked all the boxes? Have they ticked? That is what we say is a business plan. It is a written thing, so that when you're doing something, you go ticking the boxes, and you're like, this is what I said I'll do.
And this is how far I've come.
Yeah. Alafu inaonyeshanga ukiwa serious, because utakuja hapa tuongee, nikwambie I want to start a tomato farm, this and this is what I want. Nikitoka hapa nje, I meet a friend.
Anakwambia by the way unajua capsicum venye zina sell kwa market side, and you've not gotten what exactly why the capsicum are selling. Maybe it's because the demand is high and the supply is less. So for me, I think I'll describe a business plan as a roadmap.
Yes.
The same way back, for example, if I'm to describe for you a place, it's better, it will be very easier if I draw for you a map and I told you now from here, for you to get to maybe to CBD, you just move like this. You're going to meet maybe 3 blocks of apartments. Go left, go right, go left. Like I have, you find Naivas. Then when you find Naivas, there's some matatus there. You board the matatus, they leave you at if nikikuelezea hivyo utakuwa like, hey, alisema nafika Naivas ama nafika stage kwanza. You see, but when I draw for you, that thing, that come up registers in your mind. So for me, I think I can describe a business plan as a roadmap. Like a roadmap to whatever you're working on, whatever you've decided to work on. This one, it's a very beneficial thing that you're going to look its advantages and how to do it, and some of the most important things that you need to understand actually before getting to before actually starting your business, and actually you change it again as you move. Maybe you get to realize that there's a new technology that has come in that needs to change. There's a new technology that has come in that needs to be adopted. That way it's actually pretty much easier for you when you get to when you have it written down. So you get to understand that if it's a change, nikifika part B of my business plan, that's where the change applies. Ama nikifika part C, that's where the change applies. And John, I have a question. For me to start a business, you've done agribusiness, yes. For me I need to start a business. And when you're a farmer, it doesn't mean that you have to be there in the farm. You can be actually having a farm and decide to hire someone to come and overlook your farm. You'll be like, wewe, kazi nimekupatia ni ukae hapa kwa shamba, uensure kama ni farm personnel wakikuja, what they're supposed to do each and every single day, ensure work is done, ensure water supply is done, because you know water is important, basically. With the shortage of rains, I think farmers are actually coming up with new ways, because they have to plant. As we said, you farmers, you're the most important people that we need as farmers, because I'm also a farmer. If you don't know, actually I am a farmer.
That's why I'm looking like
as farmers.
Farmers.
Yes, as farmers, it's some of the most important things that we don't need to overlook at, because as I told you, the food security of this country depends on farmers. And 75% of the food, that's a research that was conducted, 75% of the food that is even produced globally comes from the farm. Imagine. Not even half. You know, if it was 50-50 to summer, by then it would depend on 50 ingine. But now it's 75%. You can't depend on the 25% to feed the people. Which means if you're going to depend on 25%, globally 25% of the population ndio watakuwa na chakula. The 75% hawana. So we as farmer, despite the fact that there is no rains, because in planting season, I know, so it's a planting season, farmers are struggling up and down to at least get some rain, at least if not rain, get to know where the supply of water is going to come from. You need to opt. Don't fully. I think this is the third time of the year, due to the global climatic change. You need to understand that you as a farmer, if you really depend on rain-fed type of agriculture, then utaumia. Because mvua imekuja, yes, but then it has come to halt. Like you don't know when it's coming back, because this is nature. You can't. Maybe the Kenya Meteorological Department will say the rain is coming here, but nature is something that you can't control.
True.
It's something that you cannot control. You can't say, by the way, nataka by next week mvua iko imekuja. Possible hata. It's actually not even close to being possible. It's not even possible. That's why we are actually advising farmers to adopt the new type of technology, the smart farming. If it's agriculture you're depending on rain-fed type of agriculture, then you can actually try out irrigation. Because irrigation, mvua ikikuja, just close where your water is coming from. If it's the tank, just so it maji haitaenda mahali. Because ni ya farm haitaenda mahali. Rain ikikuja sawa, but just going out for plan B, or you should be having plan B. Yes, if mvua isiponyesha, because nishapanda mahindi yangu na zinahitaji mvua ama maji ndio zitoke mchangani, then you can actually try smart farming. You can use irrigation types of type of agriculture. And actually here at AFarmers, we have farms. Wherever you are, we have farms. And trust me, for me personally, farming, I came to learn it here in AFarmers. I've never seen how a beetroot plant is grown. Never before. I don't know even how it looks like. I've never seen how watermelon plant, but I came to learn it here at AFarmers. So if you are out there, you are an aspiring farmer, you need to do farming, you can actually call us, the number that we give you, that will be running down the screen down there. You can call that number, ask us where we are located. We also have a training center. It's not here, but we also have a training center. When you call that number, you will be assisted. If you need to, unafeel ni kama, yes, I need to do farming, but niko na idea, nishafanya research, kila kitu iko check, capital niko nayo, shamba niko nayo, and you feel like I need to at least now go and see someone planting physically and how they do it. If I'm going to depend on irrigation, you need to find places where they're doing irrigation and figure out which is the best type of irrigation to use. Is it drip? Is it sprinklers? You just need to figure out which is the best, depending on where you are and depending actually on the location that you are in. So you can call that number that's just going down the screen. You can call that number, reach out to us at AFarmers Media. We have a training center. You can go there, get to learn on how to apply fertilizer, how to basically use everything, and how to understand everything about your soil. Because now farming is an art. Farming is actually an art.
It's an art.
Ni kama tu venye naweza mwananza kuchora. Sita kuchora leo nikumalize. There's some specific places I need to start doing. It's something that you need to understand. It's an handy job that you need to be there. Even like you have to be there mentally.
Do you know, Mercy, in school you used to define agriculture as an art and science?
Sadly, when you come here, sadly enough, I've never done agriculture before. In the school in which I was, agriculture was not there. So when I came here, things are a little bit tough. So but now I'm not, I know I might be doing even many things kukushinda, because here you can even don't find me here niko kwa shamba. I need to go and ask her for personal. By the way, even nini unafanya?
Nini?
Mbona una apply na una apply kwa nini? Like getting to understand that. So you need to you're telling me that you define agriculture as
an art and science.
It's an art and it's a science.
Yes, of producing crops and livestock.
Of producing crops. You see, now I've learned the school definition of agriculture. Agriculture is an art and a science, and procedure or process of
production of crops and livestock.
Yes. So before we actually go even far, we're talking about the planting season, and you having a business plan, and you getting to understand your farm and everything. But being a planting season, we have a product that is called a rhizovator. It's a solution to a healthy soil for you as a farmer. Trust me, it's the best. We as a farmers, when you tell you about a product, it's a product that we personally have taken time to mwana manufaa yake, and we've seen actually its outcome.
Yes.
So for this, you have it's a product that you actually apply to your soil. That's if you just planting, because it's a planting season. So if you're just planting, this is the best product to acquire. It's called a rhizovator, and it actually stimulates your root system. That's like the most important part of it all. Apart from the other function that it has, the one which is in caps is the one that it stimulates your root system. And actually other benefits is that actually it feeds beneficial fungi and bacteria to your soil. You know, with the current change of climate, like it's very hard right now. For me, I can't remember the last time I saw earthworms in soil. I'm probably niko mali natembelea farmers.
Nilikuwa nafikiria ni vile nimekuwa mkubwa, but I realized akuna
there no. And when your soil has earthworms, it means that it's really healthy, right? I'm not wrong. Yes, when your soil has earthworms, it's really healthy. But now with the current that because tunapanda sana often, tunapanda, tunatoa, tunavuna, tunapanda tena. Now you actually need to stimulate, like to give your soil some boost. It cannot do it alone. Let me say per se. Yes, you can plant, your plant grows, but trust me, the type of crop that your soil can produce right now is not the same type of crop that your soil produced 5 years ago.
True.
That's something that we as farmers need to understand. Just don't stick there. Usambi, by the way, mimi tangu nikue kwa shamba tangu nizaliwe hapa. Even before my mom, even during my grandparents' age, this farm used to produce healthy maize. No, you see, with the current climatic change, the type of climate right now is not the type of climate that was there 10 years ago due to global warming and everything. But now we need to tukubali. We need to accept that. And get to give soil some boost. And the best one that I'm talking about this morning, and trust me, it's the best. When we say it's the best, we as a farmers, it's a rhizovator. It's from Omnia Nutriology. You can actually find some of these products if you feel like you need more. They are various number of soil application products that are helpful to your plant, that you can actually turn out of yake once your plant has grown. You can visit their website at Omnia Nutriology. You can ask them any questions that you have about any product that you need for your soil.
And they're very fast.
Yeah, and the response is quite really fast. Once you call them, trust me, you get help immediately. These products are available worldwide. So even if you just ask them about a product and you get to understand this kind of product, trust me, when they say tunakuletea ama inapatikana place there, it's there, it's available. Yes. So visit the Omnia Nutriology website for any questions, any queries about these products, or any problem that you feel that your soil is facing. Don't forget, as a farmer, don't forget to take your soil for soil testing. That's one thing I will keep on insisting. But I'm taanza kunita masiwa soil testing, because I'll keep on encouraging farmers to take the soil for lab test. Here at AFarmers we do that. You can call us, or if you know of a certified lab that can actually test your soil, you can take your soil to a lab for testing. It's important, and that's where you get that's where your problem is na haujaelewa. That's where the problem is.
Unashangaa, why is my
nimefanya kila kitu correct, time ni sawa, maji iko sawa, umeapply kila kitu. Tunashangaa sasa ni wapi nimekosa. Probably that's root of your problem. So just take your soil for testing and use Omnia products. This is the Farmers Breakfast Show. Joan, I need us to take a short commercial break. Tukunywe maji kidogo. And when we come back, we need to understand, why do you need a business plan? And also we have a question of the day.
Yes.
The same way I've asked, why do you need a business plan? And you as a farmer, if you have a business plan, you can encourage other farmers and tell them how beneficial is that business plan that you had. Benefit aje so far. What's the difference between you having a business plan and you not having a business plan? We're going to take a short commercial break. We'll be back shortly.
Amaranthus, or locally known as terere, is a highly nutritious vegetable that is cultivated and consumed as a leafy vegetable in many parts of the world. It's easy to grow, matures fast, as it takes an incredible shorter period than most traditional crops. There are many species of Amaranthus, with some green and others red in color. When growing Amaranthus, ensure the soil is well drained and rich in phosphorus, and most importantly, ensure the seeds are well distributed to achieve an even spread when establishing a grain Amaranthus field. Amaranthus is especially loved for its tender leaves and for their healthy dose of ions, vitamins, and a range of minerals.
Papai ni moja ya tunda mashuhuri kwa kiasi kikubwa nchini Kenya. Pia tunda hili linaweza kuwa na faida mbali na afya katika kukuza uchumi wa mkulima wa zao hili. Pia linaweza kuwa chanzo kikubwa cha pesa za kigeni kwa kuuza nje ya nchi. Uzalishaji wa papai nchini Kenya ni kwa kiasi kidogo ukilinganishwa na mahitaji ya watumiaji. Hivyo inahitajika nguvu zaidi katika uzalishaji wa zao hili. Zao hili limeshamiri kote nchini kwa kutoa mavuno bora. Ungana nami niweze kufahamisha bayana na kwa undani kuhusu zao hili la paipai.
Pesticides can be very harmful to humans and environment if they're not properly handled. Safe handling of pesticides involves proper selection and careful handling during mixing and application. However, as useful as they are, they're inherently toxic. Here are some ways you can handle pesticides for your own safety, your farms, and the people around you.
We are looking at reduced accumulation of obsolete pest control products in the country as one. We are also looking at the associated conservation of environment and also protection, conservation of beneficial insects such as pollinators and predators, which are used to control other pests.
Before you use the pesticide, read the label and leaflet carefully. Measure the required quantity of pesticide.
You have to have adequate clean water for the mixing. Adequate meaning enough to dilute the pesticide and also enough to do the cleaning of the equipment and yourself after the application. During the mixing process, you are also supposed to be wearing your personal protective equipment or PPE, and this is to avoid exposure to the pesticides.
Applicators and handlers need to wear appropriate personal protective equipment specified on pesticide product labels by pictogram. In hot and humid climates, the wearing of additional protective clothing may be uncomfortable, and pesticides should therefore be applied during the cooler hours of the day. Care should be taken not to touch any part of the body with gloves while handling pesticides. Avoid spillage and prepare spray fluid in well-ventilated area. Do not eat, drink or smoke when handling pesticides. Check the spray equipment before use for any leakages and accurate delivery of spray solution. The nozzle should be directed to the side, away from the body. This prevents applicators walking into the spray cloud or recently sprayed foliage. Inspect equipment regularly for leaks. Leaking equipment should be repaired and the skin should be washed after any accidental contamination. While applying pesticides, be sure to follow application instructions precisely. More is not better. Unnecessary and/or incorrect application can result in exceedance of maximum residue levels, which can make the produce unmarketable.
All consumers want to eat safe food. So whenever there is an issue of what we call exceedance of pesticides, or what we call maximum residual levels of a particular pesticide, then what happens is that the market becomes very concerned, because they want to assure their consumers that they are eating safe food, which basically is healthy. And then what they will do is that they are going to discontinue the supply of the products that you're exporting.
In contrast, responsible and correct pesticide use following good agricultural practices protects the crop and keeps residues within acceptable limits required for sale. Incorrect application of pesticides can damage the crops and have a negative effect on human health and the environment.
The vision is basically to ensure that we can bring as many farmers to understand the importance of safe use of pesticides, to understand the institutions that are involved in regulation of pesticides, to understand that pesticides, when used well, will support production or increase production, and more importantly, the risks associated to the environment from pesticides.
Once you're finished applying the pesticides on target crops, empty the spray tank completely after spraying. Spray any remaining spray mix on the ground of the treated crop. Triple rinse and puncture the empty pesticide containers and place this in a safe place for disposal. Ask your supplier or agro dealer about a collection scheme. Clean the spray equipment immediately after use. Decontaminate protective clothing and footwear through following proper laundering or cleaning instructions. Wash the hands and body thoroughly with soap water. A sprayed field must be marked and unauthorized entry should be prevented. In case of suspected poisoning, please refer to the label for instructions and call the Poison Center on toll-free line indicated on the label. Report the specific pesticide used. Mishandling pesticides could have adverse effects on not only plants but also humans and the environment. Proper care and instructions should be adhered to always. Farmers are advised to attend available trainings on good agricultural practices and pesticide use within their counties to ensure safety while handling pesticides. Remember, proper usage of pesticides increases yields and market access for your produce. Food safety is everyone's responsibility, starting with the farmer. Dawa bora, mazao bora.
Welcome back to the AFarmers Breakfast Show. Thank you for joining us. John, umekunywa maji?
Nimekunywa maji. I feel better.
I feel much better right now. Thank you for joining us. This is the Farmers Breakfast. This is AFarmers Hot. Hot will be in caps. Hot Breakfast Show where you connect, learn and grow for you to gain knowledge and also not just knowledge but also attain profit.
Yes.
And we at AFarmers, we do tell the story of a farmer. I was told in this African farmer because everyone globally we have farmers. So where we tell the story of a farmer, a story at a day. Every single day we have a story. Every single day we do actually have testimonials. This is a breakfast show with me, Masike Munto.
John Nyambura.
Thank you for joining us. And if you're joining us for the very first time, don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms. We are at
Farmers Media on Facebook.
Yes, that's on Facebook.
Farmers with a Z. With a Z
or
a Z.
Now with the CBC, this is now with a Farmers with a Z. That's on Instagram
and Twitter, and then Farmers Media on YouTube.
Please
forget to subscribe.
Tell them. Repeat that again.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Yes, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Why are we telling you to subscribe and hitting the notification bell? So that usipitwe na information yoyote, and also you, like, any show should not pass you. Usipitwe na any show, and you will be actually with YouTube you're notified once we go live, once we upload new and educational videos, you'll be notified. And trust me, when we say they're beneficial, they are beneficial.
Yes.
So as I was saying, this is the breakfast show. Diana Mdega is coming with Shajara Mkulima, and later on we'll be having Brian Mwenda with the Farm Drive Show. And just stick around if you can be able. Actually, not you are able. Yes, you are our able viewer. So please ensure to tune in to all of this show. That's the breakfast show here with me, Joanne, and me, Masike Munto. We have Shajara Mkulima with Diana Mdega, and we also later on have Farm Drive Show with Brian Mwenda.
Yes.
And today we're discussing about having a business plan. We posted a question earlier on why you actually need a business plan. What's the beneficial part of it? If you have a business plan, what is the beneficial part of your business plan?
Yes.
And as we defined business plan, we said it's a roadmap. Ni map to Kenya unafanya. If it's let's say what? If it's avocado farming.
Yes.
You need to understand, yes, I'm doing avocado farming. Yes, what are the financial part of it that I need to plan, investment part of it, the market part of it, getting to understand which is your competition, the logistic part of it. Basically this everything about your business. And farming is a business because we want to attain profits. So one of the, I think why a farmer needs a business plan is because it's a strategy for growth.
Yes.
You want to be stuck at where you are. Like unajua, this is what I've been able to do, right?
True.
So I'm going to imply or input some new methods and maybe take in the smart farming method of farming and everything. This way you're not stuck at one place. Hauko stuck, hauko ule mkulima wa kuamka asubuhi 2020 kwa shamba. Because no, with farmers, the way schools have been closed, you get to, like, farmers ni labor is from the family, right?
Yes.
So ni 2020 kwa shamba. Please, everyone wake up. It's carry your
chukua jembe lako.
Yes,
around 6. Kila mtu mama anashinda akienda huko madad.
Yes.
Amka, tunaenda kwa shamba, amka.
Yes. So you see, you won't be that farmer of amka tuende kwa shamba turudi tukule tena kesho asubuhi tuamke. No. You will be that farmer of today we did this, but there's this new technology of maybe harvesting maize. Enye ni easier. Like how utakuwa affected, for example, now you get with, I don't know, sijui kama inakuanga ni nini, but I've had some farmers complaining umevuna tu vizuri sana. Then your maize, probably now maybe you're using the manual, you are maybe kudondoa mahindi, then you put it outside to dry for you to package it. And trust me, when you put it outside to dry, something very urgent happens in the market and you have to go and pick it up. And when you reach the market, mvua inaanza kunyesha. No matter mahindi nje, you can't fly.
Yes,
There's no
you
one in the
cannot.
compound to help you remove the
cannot,
the maize. That's why don't be that farmer of sticking to the normal road chain. Don't be a normal farmer. Be an extraordinary farmer. This season you did this. Next season try out something new. This season maybe you forgot to input on something in your farm. Next time try something new. Maybe this season you actually forgot to measure your pesticides. Next season try it out. Maybe wadudu hawakukufa wote. Measure sasa.
And that is a good thing about a business plan. If you had a previous business plan, you will go through it and realize, hey, by there this and this happened. You actualize what happened and what you had planned, and you counter check everything, so that now if you're going to plant maize again, you're going to go through what you did, what you had planned, and you
what
see
you were able to achieve.
exactly
Where
exactly
you went wrong.
Yes.
That's important. Look,
and if it's
because-
something you can avoid, or you will have to look for measures to deal with it.
Actually,
Yes.
someone told me normal is boring.
True.
Normal is boring. Like, kama like it's just you telling me every day utakuwa unaamka, unaoga, unaamka unaingia kwa bafu, unaoga, una brush meno, unakunywa chai, unakuja kazi. Nikiingia kazi ni maybe I do A, B, C, D, to follow the same routine. It will be boring. You can decide to start the other way around.
And you
Just
don't
don't be
grow.
normal, or maybe try out something new. If you usually take tea in the morning, try out coffee.
Try out
Maybe it's different. That's
Even
hot
chocolate.
or hot chocolate. Yes, that same implies to farmers. Don't be a normal farmer. Try out something new, and by you being able to try out something new is having a business plan, because you've written it down, you've recorded each and every single bit of it all, and trust me, I've come to realize that planning something, writing it down, it's actually really beneficial.
Yes.
You don't forget to do it. And actually, talking of pesticides, we have a campaign that is led by Markup and UNIDO, Kenya. That's UNIDO EU. That's the European Union. The European Union. It's a program that ensures that you, as a farmer, you are actually safe. And by safe is how to handle the pesticides when acquiring them, what you're supposed to do. We've kept on emphasizing that the major points in to emphasize what you're supposed to do. Some a label, how you apply, buy from a licensed buyer or agro dealer. But this one
Make sure you're
particular,
protected.
yes, wear the protective gears, from mask, from the from the overall to gloves and everything. Yes, wash, maybe store your equipment very well. But there's one thing we tend to actually forget to tell farmers. Food security or food safety starts with you. Food safety is everyone's responsibility, starting with the farmer. Why? Because you have to be very keen when applying these pesticides, because too much pesticides is harmful to your consumer, because you're selling out these products. So one thing that should cross your mind, you as a farmer, is that food safety is your responsibility. And another thing that you as a farmer should not forget is that proper use of pesticides actually leads to a healthy and wealthy nation.
True.
It shows when we have a healthy family, we have a healthy nation. And by healthy is just applying the adequate amount of pesticides on your crops. Don't overdo it, because when you overdo it, it's harmful to the consumer of that particular product. And actually, if you overdo it, the pesticides might do, but the harmful part of it goes back to the consumer. And this is where we go back to kununua calibrated containers. This way, you ensure that if it's 10 ml, you use 10 ml. If it's 20 ml, you use 20 ml. So, and another thing is proper use of pesticides increases yields and market access, because this means that we apply the correct amount of pesticides, right? And let's say your pesticides zote zimekufa, so you have very healthy crops. With healthy crops, if you take them to the market, it sells. It's just that simple. Don't complain why my crops not selling. It happens.
And you wonder why when you're going to buy tomatoes or onions, kuna zile onions you buy,
they are eye-capturing.
attract you.
They attract you. Nakuita, come please, come.
Alafu hata size yenyewe you feel comfortable. But then if they are affected, you know, they come
pesticides.
they come in little sizes.
small sizes, maybe they have some spots.
Exactly.
Spot kadogo, trust me, you're buying it. That's the same way. So as a farmer, ensure that for proper use of pesticides actually increases your yields, and also not only your yields, it also increases your market access.
Yes.
And always consider IPM as you use pesticides for sustainable farming. Another thing I can say, like lastly, is that farmers should attend available trainings on good agricultural practice and pesticide use within their counties. We have various agricultural trainings on how you are actually to use. You are supposed to use pesticides, how to apply it, at what time, how do you note that your crops are affected by pesticides. Yes, there are so many trainings. Don't assume them. It's like you going to get the knowledge, because here at AFarmers we insist that you have to acquire the knowledge. As we provide the knowledge here from our farmers, if you have the capability, if you've gotten the chance to attend any training, please do so, because it is beneficial to you as a farmer.
Yes, true.
Yes.
Very beneficial.
Yes. Going back to the topic. Now, you are a farmer.
Yes.
I can ask you. I want to ask you now. You're a farmer.
Yes.
You've done agribusiness and everything. Why do you need a business plan? Which reason will you give me now? Forget now the professional part of it. Unataka kuanza farming ya mushrooms. I actually would want to try. I love mushrooms. Try how to plant mushrooms. So you want to start maybe mushroom. Okay. Or we do an easy thing. You want to start an onion farm.
Okay.
Why do you need a business plan for that particular project?
Personally, I'd say to actualize everything that is on my mind. I need to get everything that is on my mind on onion farming to a written document, so that as I go on, as I do my research, for business plans you have to research.
Yes.
Because there are so many ways.
Thorough, not just research.
Yes.
Trust me, you have to do thorough research.
Yes. There are different guidelines, so you have to research on each. That is a good thing about the business plan. You have to research everything, and when we are researching, you get to know other information, other strategies. You get to know other people who have done something different. So that is basically how I would do it, so that I may know what I am doing right now. How long will it take, and what will I need,
and what's the future of your onion business? Because you need to grow. You need to don't need to be stagnant at one place. You need to grow gradually, because with farming you have to take baby steps. How do you talk us from staircase 1 to huko juu utaanguka? You have to kwenda kupanda pole pole. Same to ladder. Just move step at taking a step at a time. I think actually you've said about you getting to understand what you're doing.
Yes.
Apart from you getting to understand what you need, because another thing that I will think is really beneficial for you to have a business plan is the financial part of it. You getting to determine your financial needs. And with financial needs, trust me, it has to start backwards. And I came to realize with farming, hutaanza mimi nataka kufanya onion business, for example. Just that's the idea, general idea of onion.
Yes.
For me to be successful, trust me, if me and you we want to start onion farming, where uanze your procedure, it's from soil, plant, plow, palilia, mwagilia maji, panda, ivovuna, tafuta mtu kupeleka kwa market, peleka kwa market, uza, gain profit. And me, I do it this way. I go find a market first. I find the market, I know what the quality of onions that the market needs. I get to understand the demand that's there in the market.
Yes.
After understanding the demand, I get to understand how much time do I, and at what particular time is the demand high.
Yes.
At what particular time. Now you see I'm going backwards.
Yes.
I've gotten to understand that for onions, when they reach April, for example, their demand is so high.
Yes.
Like they sell really fast. Then I go back and I get to understand, okay, now for me to transport my goods from my farm, maybe my farm is in Kisii, from my farm, and I'm going to sell them in Mombasa, because probably they sell so much in Mombasa or in Kisii town, depends on the type of market that you need.
True.
So I need to understand transportation from Kisii to my market, to where these products are supposed to be.
Yes.
When I have the transportation and I know the quality, and I've understood the quality that the demand is in the market, and the quality of product that the market needs, I go back now to harvesting. How am I going to store them?
Yes.
Go back. How am I going to get the pesticides, the fertilizer? Go back.
What
until I reach
pesticides
the
do
soil.
you need?
What pesticides? How much am I going to use on pesticides?
The type of soil you need.
Yes, the type of soil that I need.
And
Is my soil
the size of
healthy?
it, yes,
The
yes.
irrigation part of it. When you get to go that backward, you won't miss a step.
You won't.
And you won't do mistakes. You know why? Because ndapanda onion size umepanda zako already. Mimi nilikuwa nataka understand market inataka nini. And when I understood the market, what the market wants actually, I then go back. I know what the market wants.
Yes.
So while planting, I have a picture of what the market wants.
Yes.
But you're planting to get good harvest. You're not sure of what the market wants.
True.
Now that's where the difference comes in. Unapata but mbona nebangu tulipanda at the same time and tulipanda nini shida, we've done the same thing, but yeye ana plant akijua from these onions to sell, this is the size and this is how they should look like.
Yeah, and this is where I'm taking them.
And this is where I'm taking them. So when you get to understand all this, you get to plan your finances.
Yes.
From logistics to
Kila
farm
kitu.
inputs to farm labor to everything.
Yes.
And by you being able to avoid these minor mistakes that may actually cost you and your profit,
Yes.
you need to have a business plan with a financial plan inside that business plan.
It's
I don't know
supposed
why
to
you're
be there.
getting me.
It's actually, the plan is everything. Like from where you're going to plant, what you're going to plant, what do you need to plant, what will I
apply,
yes.
how much am I going to spend?
Yes,
So
yes.
financial plan has to be inside the
Yes,
business
it
plan.
has.
It's mandatory.
Yes.
You've understood about your goal, your vision but financial plan is very
must.
much important in your business plan. Don't forget the financial plan part of it all.
Yes.
It's very another benefit or another reason why you as a farmer actually needs a business plan and just don't do things blindly. Don't just do for the sake of doing, or just don't do it because Joanne told me, but they must see how just care. I have tea, I have hot tea that I need to serve you with. That's how farmers are. That's how udaku sijakwambia ujue kama saizi nyanya moja inauzwa 10 bob. Kwa like kwa hivyo nikipanda nyanya na ni produce 10,000 tomatoes na moja ni 10 bob, how much am I going to worry? 100,000. Like you're so much onto what you're going to acquire and what John has told you about what the market, like nyanya moja ni how much kwa market, but you don't get to understand nyanya ni 10 bob saizi kwa market, like mimi nikipanda sai by the time nafika kwa market itakuwa 2 bob.
Itakuwa 2 bob.
And maybe I put so much into it.
Na itakuwa mingi sana kwa market.
Hata
hiyo 2 bob unaweza kosa kupata.
Unaweza kosa kupata hata mtu akuzie hiyo 2 bob. So you just need to understand your market and your financial plan part of it all. Don't go with the crowd. Yes, work with the crowd, but don't go with the crowd.
Don't go with the crowd.
Get to understand what your neighbors are doing, how they've done their business, what they're doing different. Put it in your business plan, but don't go with the crowd. Don't plant pineapples because your neighbor has pineapples and they're doing good. Her soil, his soil is different from your soil.
Yes.
That's what farmers don't really get to understand.
Yes.
Like, but mama fulani alipanda mahindi na imekuwa sawa, mbona mimi yangu iko sawa, mbona mimi nisipande? You understand that her soil, his soil is different from your soil.
Yes.
Whatever farm inputs is using probably is different, or whatever way of watering the crops is different from yours. So you work with what you have, and that's why you need a business plan. You need to write down what I have. This is what I have. ABCD. I don't have this, so I'm going to improvise this one to use it.
Yes.
That's why it's actually pretty much easier. Before we take a short break, I need us to take a short commercial break, but to go. Before we go for that particular short break, there's one important thing, because with businesses, I have a very big land, big land, and I'm going to start onion farming. Probably I don't have the capital to start it all, so I need maybe to attract, maybe for example lenders, maybe investors, partners. I need to trust me. If I carry this paper of mine with a well-detailed business plan and take them, I don't even have to explain myself. Now, this is my plan. This is what I'm planning to do, and that's it.
Yes,
trust me, they're going to support, or they're going to chip in that particular onion farming or pineapple farming that you want to start. Why? Because they know it's detailed. It's pretty much detailed. It's the same way. Uko na watoto wawili. Mmoja anakuambia mom, we're opening school tomorrow. The other tells you mom, we are opening school tomorrow, and this is what I need.
This is what I need.
This is actually what I need. I need shopping for 3 months. I'm going to go back to school for 3 months. I need this particular number of, maybe, let's say, books, these covers and everything. It's well.
This is what I have now.
This is what I have now, but if you add me 2, there will be enough.
There will be enough.
This is the amount of pocket money that I need. Alafu this time we're going for a trip, so you need to give me this amount of money. This is what I need for snacks. I need a new uniform. Na mwingine anakuja na kwambia, mom, nataka skari, chocolate, uniform, vitabu 5 kama 5 hivi tu, kama 5 hivi ziko zatosha, niko na 2, nataka pencils 2 tu ziko sawa. So who are you going to work with?
Tunaenda trip. You're not sure.
Tunaenda trip. Na trip ni around, siko sure mom, but I think ni around 10,000. Ni around 10,000. Who are you going to work with better?
The detailed one.
The detailed one. The detailed one, because even if you as a parent planning your finances, you know, okay, and amekuandikia mpaka prices ya everything, amekuandikia mpaka total, like it's so easier than uanza aliniambia nataka books ngapi. Hello, ulisema nataka books ngapi tena? And this one with the detailed information, it's quite easier to work with, because you're not going to ask a question again. Amekuandikia kila kitu Kenya unahitaji.
And what I came to realize is before someone atoe pesa yake kwa mfuko aikele on a certain investment, it's very hard. Hata wewe nikikwambia saa hii, Masi, by the way, si unipatie 20 bob ama unipatie 50 bob, utakuwa like ni nini?
Yes, unataka kufanya nini? Yeah.
Alafu nikwambie ati nataka kwenda hapa chini, nataka kufanya sijui, you will not understand.
Yeah, even with the business plan, not only to the lenders, to the investors, actually, we also have employees. If you walk into a farm with very detailed, with exactly what they want, you actually even get to understand, you get unapata job description yako way much better, because you know, if it's onion inataka oval, and for 10 onions they should weigh 1 kg, and this particular farm is particular with that, because that's what I have in my business plan. You know, the business plan, you have to be strict because you have to follow everything that's in your business plan. The yule mmoja mwana estimate anasema market ilikuwa inataka kitu ina, siko sure, but wewe do a good job. So which good job am I going to do exactly? You see, you actually even attract employees, because we are interested to work there, na work na passion, because I know this is what my employer wants, this is the size, this is what it actually shows seriousness, in short.
And by the end of the day, kuna what you said, unajua some people are very bad personally, anakuambia you grow this, but then when you grow that, market inaharibika, anaanza kukuletea shida.
See.
But if you have written it, unamwambia mkubwa ulisema tutengeneze hivi, and you get accountable. You get accountable.
Like mkubwa, you told me that you want for 1 acre, you said you want 10,000 onions, and I managed to produce 9,000, but these others maybe ziliharibika, it's accountable. But then mwenye mkubwa hata uliniambia unataka tu nifanye kazi nzuri, like I wanted to show usiku anaje kama unataka 10,000 ndio mimi nimemanage tu kuproduce 500 onions, you see. That's your loss. It's because you don't have a business plan. It also shows seriousness. It shows what you want. And trust me, with farming, so at some point maybe inafikanga mahali finances zinakulemea, you need assistance maybe from the SACCO or from the bank. 2 farmers, one with a detailed business plan walks into a bank, and the other one just roughly tu ameandika tu kuomba loan. Mwingine ameandika maybe a letter to request for a loan, and that letter is followed with a very detailed business plan. This one is very atakuwa considered, will be given the first priority, because it's promising.
Anaweza pata they want to be partners.
Yes, it's promising.
Atakuwa alone, atakuwa partner.
Atakuwa partners, because it's promising. They see a future in whatever you are doing.
Yes.
They know exactly this is what you want, and when you know what you want, then trust me, you actually get it.
Yes.
This is the Farmers Breakfast Show with me, Masike Munto.
Joan Nyambura.
Thank you so much for joining us. If you're just joining us, you can engage, and you can also contribute in this conversation by following us on our social media platforms. That is AFarmers Media on Facebook. We are AFarmers with a Z on Instagram and Twitter, and we're also AFarmers Media on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that notification bell. We will be back shortly.
Beetroot is a highly nutritious root vegetable. The beetroot is the top proportion of a beet plant. It is one of the many varieties of the genus Beta vulgaris, all of which are mostly grown for their edible taproots and leaves. Beetroot is a root crop that takes approximately 3 to 4 months to mature. Beetroot is a fairly easy crop to grow as long as the soil is well cultivated prior to planting. Beetroots do not enjoy wet, boggy or shady soils. Beetroot can be sown in trays and transplanted when the seedlings have 2 true leaves. Plant in full sun, space seedlings 10 to 15 centimeters apart, and rows 20 centimeters to 30 centimeters apart so they have room to grow. Beetroots are also ideal for containers or raised beds. Beetroots will happily thrive in small areas as long as there is at least 20 centimeters depth of soil. Beetroot has been used not only for food but also for treatment for numerous conditions. Agriculture is the art and science of cultivating the soil, growing crops, and raising livestock. Agriculture provides most of the world's food and fabrics. It is not only a source of food and income, but also creates employment opportunities for many people in the world. Over 1 billion people worldwide work in agriculture, generating 2.4 trillion for the global economy. The global impact of farming on the environment is revealed that 40% of the Earth's land is now given over to agriculture. Agricultural development is one of the most powerful tools to end extreme poverty, boost shared prosperity, and feed a projected 9.7 billion people by 2050. And we, the AFarmers Media, roll the carpet for you as we welcome you to our thrilling farm visits to different farmers that educate and inspire you in different sectors in agriculture. Catch us also on our shows on all our social media platforms as we bring you educative and informative information that will help you learn and guide you on your agriculture journey to success. Our farmers attain knowledge and grow profits.
Welcome back to the last lap of the AFarmers Hot Breakfast Show with me, Masike Munto.
John Nyambura.
Thank you so much for joining us. Joan,
Yes.
how's the heat in here? Asubuhi kulikuwa na baridi, but trust me, it's not almost even midday, but trust me, the heat outside, it's unbearable. And you can imagine it's supposed to be the rainy season.
Yes.
It's a struggle,
Kona shida.
but it's fine. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to please follow us on our social media platforms. We are at AFarmers Media on Facebook.
AFarmers with ulisema ni with a Z.
With a Z.
Unajua sisi tumezoea CBC kwa
with
nyumba.
a
With a Z. The Z on Instagram and on Twitter. AFarmers Media on YouTube.
You can also find us on LinkedIn. That is AFarmers Media.
Yeah, we never mentioned that.
Yes, you can also find us there. And today we are discussing about why you need a business plan as a farmer. Your farm is a business. So why, despite farming being an art, your farm is a business.
Yes.
So you need to understand why do you need a business plan at first. And we actually looked at some of the benefits. When we say why, it means on some of the benefits of having a business plan. And we said, one, it's a strategy of growth. It's a roadmap to your vision, to where you are. It makes you look like a goal-oriented person. It shows you're a serious person to the parties interested, to employers, to investors, to lenders, banks, circles. Shows your seriousness. Unaonyesha wewe ni ule mkulo, by the way utaki mchezo. Just not a farmer. You are a serious farmer. It defines you. It makes you not be an extraordinary farmer, not a normal farmer. It also helps you understand and determine your financial needs, and some of the most important reasons why you need a business plan. Another reason I'll say it shows your milestone. It shows your long-term and short-term goals. How far you are, what you're supposed to improve on, what's supposed to you are. Hey, please. What you are supposed niyo maji nimekulia na ninyonga hata. What you are supposed to work on, and where you're lagging behind, because with a business plan, unajua by now I should be doing this. So it shows where you're lagging behind, where you need to pull up your socks, where you need to speed up or slow down. Maybe unaweza kumefanya raka, you need to slow down. As I said, it shows your long-term and short-term goals as a farmer. And another thing, and another important, one particular but important thing that you as a farmer, and one important reason that you need a business plan, it also give you a platform or a way to understand your direct and indirect market. You need to understand which is your direct market. Kuna ile like wewe mimi napanda avocado na wewe pia unapanda avocado. Nisipokuwa nazo utasupply mbio. And replacement inakuanga mbio haraka sana. It's very very fast. So you need to understand who is your direct competitor and who is your indirect competitor. With the indirect competitor, it's, for example, if I'm a poultry farmer, I do keep I sell eggs. If you come to buy eggs to me na unapata sina mayai, which product do you go for?
Mbili. Kuna kuku na manure.
Na manure. Exactly. And with indirect, I think with indirect competitor, I think if you are selling, let's say for example, sukuma wiki, I come to your farm and hey, I'm sorry, leo sina sukuma wiki. Maybe I would go for maybe mboga za kienyeji. That's you're not selling the same product, but anakureplace. Nikawa nikikosa mayai nasema I need to eat protein, so I'll rather even go for beans, or I'll even go for, let's say for example, meat.
Yes.
Like anakureplace. You're not in the same field, you're not doing the same thing, but nikikosa kuna ingine. There's another protein that I'll get. It's just the same way. So when you it helps you with a business plan, helps you to know who is your replacement, who is your competitor, who is your direct and indirect competitor. Basically, you get to understand all these things. And trust me, when you have a business plan, I'll give you a name, I'll give you a definition of what you look like. You look like a realistic, a simple, specific and complete farmer.
Yes.
Realistic, simple, specific and complete farmer. Yes. You know what you want, you go for it, you are sure of exactly what you are, and makes you a whole thing complete. Hakuna kitu una lack, because unajua tu where you're coming from and where you're headed to. Yes. And before we finish this show, I want us to understand what a business plan should look like. Some of the questions you ask yourselves when you want to have a business plan. And as first, one question that I'll ask you, Joanne, is what need or problem are you addressing? For example, you want to do poultry. You're a farmer. Sindio, ushajua, by the way, these are the benefits of me having a business plan. No matter by the way, I'm going for it. Maybe our listeners here have decided by the way, with the knowledge that you've given us, with the pointers that you've given us, I'm actually going to write down a business plan. Yes. But how do you do it? Like, what is the procedure? And I think the first question you should ask yourself is what need or problem are you addressing? What are you trying to solve? Kama ni mayai. Why?
Actually, when you before you start a business plan, you need to know what you want. That is where the need comes in. You might decide to do poultry, but that is not what is needed. Kwenu unaangalia watu wengi wako na poultry farms, but it might not be what is needed there.
In the
Yes.
because maybe the market competition is so high. So even if you know, there are two scenarios here. You can have a competition in the market which is so high, and your products are actually selling.
Yes.
And you can have a competition that is so high, and the products are so much in surplus that hatuuzi tunaenda tu losses, inabidi reduce price sababu uko like but these vitu zitaniharibika if I don't sell. So you need to understand what need or problem are you trying to address, you as a farmer. For example, if I'm going to do sukuma wiki, maybe I'm trying to solve a problem of whereby I need to produce the best sukuma wiki yenye nitakuwa nimeka certain product. Nimeunderstand market yangu nataka lifts zinakaa hivi za sukuma wiki. So when I get to the market and understand their problem, that's what I'm addressing. That's the problem that I'm trying to solve. When I go to the market and by the way, see market it by the way, see tunachukua tu nyanya kubwa. Small tomatoes, they don't sell. Those too many tomatoes don't sell. So you understand that, okay, so this is what the market needs. This is the problem that the market has. And this is the pain that is there in the market. So that's the problem you're going to solve. Going on the part that you're using is what is the problem that is in the market.
Yes, another
don't
example,
start it from here.
Yes, another example is you go to a place where it's dominated by dairy farming. You see, it's most of the time zinakuanga place moja. That is where we say zero grazing. Zinakuanga zimefunga place, they given food, they are provided with everything there, they don't need to move around. And you realize those people need maize. Maize for silage. That is a shortage. So instead of coming in and having a dairy farm, you decide, maybe by the way, I'm going to grow maize.
Yes.
There's a direct market for you there. So that is a need that is there, and it's not being utilized. And you won't even have a lot of competition. You'll do it freely with no stress.
And another thing of addressing a need, you need to have thorough research. For example, personally, mi neza mwa by the way mi naanza kuza mayai sababu ile shule inakula mayai. But how many times does a school eat eggs? Once a week. And what about the 2 months wamefunga? So you don't address a need for the need of addressing the need. I don't know if you're getting me. Don't address a need for the sake of addressing that particular need. Address that need after doing a thorough research and understanding that anyway pain ni chungu kwao. Like it's really affecting them. So you get to understand that you know what you are addressing. After understanding what you're addressing, maybe you've done thorough research, then you get to understand what makes your farming or what makes you as a farmer different. What makes your farmer different? What makes your product different? Like nini later kwa ina sell. For example, if I'm an hair personnel or I'm selling clothes, I need to start maybe a thrift shop, for example. Kila mtu akona thrift shop. But what is one particular thing that is going to make me sell? For example, I can decide to have branded bags and branded cards. When you buy a product from me, I give you the thank you card and a branded bag. Trust me, I'm going to buy that. Inakatu than me going kwenda kubuy product nimenifungia just ish. You see, so get to understand what makes you as a farmer different. Is it the delivery? Is it how your product looks like? Is it how you package your product? Yes,
that is another thing. Basically, we can talk about tomatoes, right? It's the same period of time, the same farm. You only maybe have a difference of irrigation, your watering system, or maybe you're using greenhouse or you're using the normal way. Now it might come differently on how you deliver to your market.
Customers of the market.
Yes. Maybe the people who are already there, they are not getting it fully. And then you can get a coolant. Wewe yako unaeka kwa hiyo lorry kuna coolant nini.
So
when they get to the market,
they're still fresh.
Yes.
So you get to understand what makes you a different farmer. Similar to we are both having chickens. Like mimi mayai yangu na kuku tu ikitaga naeka kwa tray nauza. But for you take time to wipe those eggs, clean them up. Like even your trays are so clean and organized. Maybe you decide to sell to a specific area natumia yellow crates, specific blue. It makes you even different. I mean by them ndachukua mayai ya Joan. Ya masi ni chafu.
Another thing ni ati
those small
yes,
things is what actually
very
sells you and
small.
makes you different.
Kitu kidogo tu.
Mayamasi ni safi. Just that simple. So just you as a farmer, you need to do things different, and you need to understand what will make you different,
Yes.
or what do you want to do different, what makes your product actually different. With that, this is after understanding your target market. So when
Yes.
your business plan, you need to understand your target market, have a financial plan, and lastly, but most important thing is you need to have a marketing strategy.
Yes.
How you're going to you might not even have to advertise your products.
You don't have to.
You just need to have a marketing strategy. Maybe how you deliver those products to your market, it makes them sell, and they market for you. Like, hey, by the way, you've not shied nyanya za Joanne. Those things in fresh. So you need to understand your marketing strategy. When you understand what actually makes you different, actually it also comes in hand with your marketing strategy.
Yes.
Because if what makes me different is how I'm going to market my product, then I need to note it down and understand it.
Yes.
Do a thorough research on that marketing strategy. If I'm going to do promotions, if probably you get on, maybe if I'm starting to sell from tomatoes, I'm going to do it in a way that pesa zangu zitarudi, yes, but the first 2 customers, I'm doing free transportation. That's
True.
easy.
Yes.
You see, watakimbililia, unapata customers wanakuja wote once, but the two, like, I will try again, like, nikaa ina motivate farmers. Hey, by the way, kesho ndajaribu kwenda mapema so that I get free transportation. That's a marketing strategy.
You can do a very small sale.
Yes.
As free products.
Yeah, you just do a free products, or you give out some discounts for 5 products. Ama you do, you buy 2 crates of nini, and you buy 2 crates, you bring in a customer, I give you 2 free eggs. That's a very big deal. Ni kama tu the way unaenda kubuy simu, unapata simu moja ni 13,000, ingine ni 12,999. Unaonga gani?
Yeah.
Hii shop moja inauza 13,000.
No,
Ingine inauza 12,900. Trust me, it's a one bob that
Yes.
doesn't have any value right now,
but
that is a marketing strategy for that particular product.
Yes.
You get, like, just a marketing strategy will actually make you sell. And those are some of the things that your business plan needs to understand and have. What makes you what need are you addressing, or what problem are you trying to solve? What makes you different? What's your target market? What's your financial plan? And what is your marketing strategy, or how are you going to do your promotions?
I have a point on the market. As a farmer, don't be afraid to invest on your marketing strategy. Because do you know when it comes through, it comes
sells
forever,
and pays for
forever.
itself.
You create a network that you don't need to use that strategy again.
Yes, the first one that you did and put in so much
Yes.
effort and
So much
invested
effort.
in,
Yes.
actually cover up and saves you
For a
for
long
a
term.
longer period of time.
Yes.
Yes,
Don't feel a bit.
don't
Top.
fear to invest on your marketing strategy.
Yes.
So that's what we're learning today. And one thing I've learned is that don't fear to invest in your marketing strategy.
Yes.
So we need to come to an end to this show, sadly.
Yeah, sadly.
It has been an interesting show. It has been a very educative show personally for me. I have got to understand a business plan, how to do it, and why do I need one. This applies for cuts across any business. If you're a farmer, you need to try something out new. Just remember that particular new business you're having, you need to have a business plan. It's actually really important. You've seen its benefits. It's actually really, really beneficial. And it makes you look, as I said, it makes you realistic, simple, specific, and a complete farmer. That's all I have today. Joanne, what's your take from the show? Like, what are your last words? Because the show has to come to an end. What are your last words?
I have learned a lot. I feel like even if it's a very small venture, hata kama ni hapo nje kwangu, I want to grow maybe dania or something kadogo tu, I need to plan for it.
Yes,
I need to plan for it.
Where are you going to get the seeds?
Because I am investing in
the trees.
Naeka pesa yangu hapo by the end of the day.
You need to understand malineka pesa kunaendaje, by the way.
Exactly.
Sifai kupanda kitu ikauke.
Na kwa hiyo plan we've said, utaona place una save nini? You're saving your money.
Yes.
So by the end of the day, farming is a business.
It is a business. It's an art, yes, but remember, it's an art and a science. But at the end of the day, it's a business whereby you need to attain profits.
You know, when you grow maybe dania or your sukuma wiki there, you're saving some money in your pocket.
Yes, you are.
Wenye
saving.
ungeenda
Because
kununua
hautaenda
huko nje.
kununua huko nje
Yes.
every time. Unachuna tu leaves kidogo, unachitana zina grow.
Nivo.
Just that's a simple.
That is a thing that I've carried home. And I feel it's a very crucial thing.
Okay. Tell us on the comment section below what you have learned, what you've gained from this show. Thank you, Joanne.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. You've seen this show is different. The energy is superb.
Yes.
Like I love it. I love it here. I love it here. As you know, I have a secret crush on Farm Drive. That's my secret show. My secret crush show.
Ah, okay.
Yes,
It's a nice
wherever I am, I have to watch Farm Drive. It's a crush, and I watch Farm Drive because of validation and the knowledge that is there. And I also love Shajara because I get to know Kiswahili and words.
Do you know it's a whole package?
Yes, it's a whole
package.
package. You shouldn't miss anything. You shouldn't miss anything. Just stick around for later on. We'll be having Diana Mdega for the Shajara Mkulima, and still. You have Farm Drive, my favorite, my crush. You know, when you have a crush on a show, you have to follow it up. How is it doing? Yes.
So I hope we have crushes too.
Yeah.
I really hope we have crushes.
Yes, the same way you have crushes, so you have to follow up on how they are doing. So I need to follow up on how my show is doing. So you might be seeing me on Farm Drive because that's my secret crush show. And we will be here tomorrow, same time. With me, Joanne. With me, Mercy Kemunto. God, I'm not Joanne. I am Mercy Kemunto. With me, Mercy Kemunto.
And me, Joanne Nyambura.
Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for tuning. I hope you've learned a lot. We'll be here tomorrow, same time, same place. See you then.
See you then.